Here we go. It says, "Hi, Brock. I've been dating this new girl recently, and I just found out that she was dating her first cousin before me." Yes, you read that correctly. Her first cousin. And it wasn't surprise to them either. They knew that they were cousins. She said that she wanted to tell me things. She wanted me to tell me all this before things got between us. I'm getting all flabbergasted just reading this. And I end up meeting her cousin. She says she's not proud of it looking back, but they were together for about 2 years. She says they hid it from the family, but eventually it did come out and nobody supported it. He says, "I'm freaking out, and I don't think I'm going to be able to see past this and look at her the same way. Should I just cut bait or try to work this out? She's awesome in every other way. I'm honestly just in total shock, and I know that you'd be the guy to ask. Thanks." And that was sent in by Anonymous. I don't know why you're the guy, Brock, but you're the guy.
I'm the guy to ask. Right. Well, this is definitely going to be one of the more interesting submissions we've had in a while. Well, Anonymous, thank you for writing this in, and thank you for trusting me to handle this situation for you. Like Gino said, I did post this on my social media, and there have been several people who have weighed in. I think our knee-jerk reaction is going to be what the general consensus has been, which is absolutely not. Like, you need to, like you said, cut bait, just run away. Don't even give her a second chance here. Did have some people, though, which was interesting, say as long as it's in the past and she has been honest with you about it, then maybe you should give her a chance as long as it's not affecting the relationship right now. However, I do think it's going to affect the relationship. Yeah. I do think that those types of behaviors that she expressed, and even though she's being honest about them, those are things that you do not need to disregard, especially if you've only been dating for a little bit amount of time. Lovely that she's being honest, but the decision making, it wasn't an accident. Now, I've experienced that. Hey, we didn't know we were cousins, and boom, done, cut. But it was something that was intentionally hidden. That means that's in her repertoire. That means she's capable of hiding things from people who she cares about. That is what I think the lesson here is. Are you okay with being in a relationship with somebody that, regardless of whether or not we think it's okay or not, is capable of withholding very important information from her family, from the people who she should be able to trust? That's somebody that you want to try to build and invest something with. And we were kind of joking about this. It's like, these are those types of situations that kind of give the South a little bit of a bad name. But Anonymous, this is your opportunity to kind of show that stuff's not tolerated. And what else isn't tolerated is a behavior of intentional dishonesty. That is what you're able to show that we represent, is we do not tolerate that type of stuff. And I've said this on video and podcasts in the past, that the things that we do in the past do have repercussions. Doesn't matter if you're being honest now, there is accountability. So you need to be very careful on the things that you are doing. Gino's just looking at me like, what are you thinking here?
Well, the thing is, I think you're right. And I think a lot of your followers said this too, and we can get into it when we take a quick break. We'll be back to kind of dive in a little bit deeper. But take away that cousin element. For what it is, I know that's making people, some people are going, haha, laughing. Is this real? What's going on? You've said that you've had some situations like this that have been similar, or whatever the case may be. But if you eliminate that, there are some other red flags that are just enough of a reason to pass on this relationship. Sure. I think we should get into that aspect more of it.
The cousin aspect aside, because that's the real question. Can I get past this? Let's look at the behavior. I think that you're able to look at her ability to be dishonest, to be hiding information, very important information, from the people who she cares about the most. She's able to do this for 2 years. That is something that she is truly capable of. And I guess we all are. We're all capable of some pretty dubious things, but we all have like a moral code, moral compass, and these things keep us in line with our values. You're able to see firsthand that she's capable of doing something like this for 2 years. Not just like, I'm feeling some weird type of way and it's just a spur of the moment type of thing. Night. No. This is a very conscious decision that was made over and over and over for 2 years straight. So let's look at that as a massive red flag, that she's able to be deceptive and she's able to keep secrets from the people who she loves and values their opinion probably the most. Yes. Also, let's look at the fact that if you were to continue investing here, you are going to see the cousin. That's going to be super awkward at Christmas, bro. Gosh, yeah. That's going to be super awkward. And
family reunions will be different. Yeah.
And as I read this, and I've had 10, 12 hours to really digest this. I'm looking at this, Anonymous, as somebody who is suffering from a scarcity mindset. What I mean by a scarcity mindset is whenever you are in an early relationship and there is a massive, massive red flag that is showing you that there should be massive reconsiderations on if you want to continue. The reason that we often disregard these massive red flags is what you just said. She's awesome. She's great.
Every other way.
She's great. Guess what? So are thousands of other women who have exercised better judgment, who can bring a consistent background to you, that don't have 2 years worth of deception, who have a track record of maybe some better decision making. Just because, and I need everybody to listen to this, I talk about this all the time, just because you have chemistry with somebody doesn't mean you're compatible. And right now, what you're all experiencing in listening to this is a conflict in compatibility, a compatibility in values. And if you are able to disregard that because you don't think that there's another person that's going to give you time of day or that's going to make you feel this type of way, I'm going to tell you right now, there are so many people who are wanting and willing to invest into you and give you the best versions of themselves that don't have these types of track records. You do not have to give everybody an opportunity just because they make you feel some type of way. Feelings are highly replicatable. I know that sounds cold. I'm the dating expert. Everyone's like, man, Brock, that's very like T-1000 Terminator cold here, but that's exactly what it is. You are able to replicate feelings and emotions with people. Compatibility is the true foundation of whether or not a relationship is viable or not. And if you are already seeing conflict in compatibility in terms of values, the most important thing that you need to be compatible about, there's not much you're going to be able to salvage from this. And if I'm going to give you any advice, it's to choose yourself. You have so many opportunities, so many options out there. You do not need to settle for something that's already making you feel this type of way this early on. Sure. If this is a major conflict in your values and your moral code and it just rubs you all the wrong way, you do not need to settle for this. And this goes for everybody. If you're in an early relationship and they're showing things that conflict with your moral values and things like that, cut ties. Find somebody that doesn't. There are so many people out there. Try really to pour love into yourself, reinvest into yourself, and get rid of that scarcity mindset and step more into that infinite mindset.
No, I think that's well said. And I think one of the followers, maybe on the hits page, said if just the fact that you're asking this question is a good enough sign that maybe you should probably cut bait and just say, you know, it's not going to work out for
sure.
Whether you go into it or not, that's completely up to you. But
sure.
That's I like that. I like the chemistry versus compatibility thing because I do think people get lost in that, especially with the world that we're in with dating apps and it's so fast and quick. You start connecting with somebody, but that doesn't mean you're compatible.
Absolutely.
I like that. Thank you so much, Brock, for that advice. Thank you, Anonymous, for again writing in. If you have a question for Brock that you would like him to tackle, again, send that email. That's Gino, Gino, at WDODradio.com, and we'll do our best to answer it right here on the air for you. And again, you can check out this segment and all the others that we've done with Brock in the past. That's on our website at hits96.com. And don't forget to check out Brock's website, too, for all that he offers. That's brockolson.com, and follow him on social media. Brock, thanks for the time. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good, Gino. Thank you.